T.I. and Tiny, it is not looking good for y'all right now. Why was the police called on Justin Bieber while he was all the way out there in Paris? Lisa Vanderpump's got a brand new show, and Selena Gomez dropped Selfish Love. You already know we're going to get into all of those things right here in the Green Chair Chats. All you got to do is stick around and don't go nowhere. Put your booty on the floor or in the chair.
Manifest, now I'm blessed. Life is sour, then it's sweet, like the lemon with the zest.
Good morning and hello. Hi, everybody. My name is Courtney Revolution, your homosexual, and welcome to a Kiki with Mimi, home of the Green Chair Chats, and as always, home of speculation, not confirmation. This is the pop culture Kiki that you have been missing. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing excellent. I was able to get the show on together. I was able to get my mug of coffee on together today for y'all, and I'm feeling flirty, 30, and thriving. Well, I'm not 30, and I'm not flirty because I got a man, but we have so much that we're going to get into today, y'all. We're going to talk about Selena. We definitely gonna talk about Justin Bieber, and we definitely gonna talk about T.I. and Tiny, because the situation is just getting hotter and hotter and hotter as the days go on, and I'm very excited to see how you guys feel about that. And also, y'all, I got a question. Let me put my knee on up here on today. Why can't DaBaby keep his goddamn hands to himself? Can't keep my hands to myself. Shout out to Selena Gomez. Yeah, we're gonna talk about DaBaby today too. I know we've been talking about DaBaby a lot more recent lately, but he's been in some trouble. So when the celebs are in trouble, the rebels of the revolution and Courtney Revolution will be here to discuss and kiki all about it. But how y'all doing today? Alina is saying the tea is hot today. And Alina, yes it is. Shabria is saying, hi Courtney, how are you? How's your Thursday? So happy to be here as always. Shout out to my good sis Shabria. Hey Shabria, I'm doing excellent. I'm doing well. I cannot wait to get down into the trenches with all of this good tea. If you guys are ready to get into the tea, put some green hearts in the chat. If you're ready for some speculations that may or may not be confirmed, put some crystal balls in the chat. And while y'all do that, I'm going to keep on reading to see how it's going with y'all today. Kim is saying good morning. Kat is saying hola, beautiful Courtney. Ooh. Bianca is saying, hey, Courtney, so happy I stumbled upon your Taylor Swift concert vlog yesterday. You had me laughing the whole time. Listen, Bianca, there's lots of content here on my channel. I've been around for a very long time, longer than a decade at this point. And if you're lucky enough to take a moment and go back and watch all those old videos, hopefully you guys will see the growth. That Taylor Swift concert was one of the best days of my life. I got to go with my two best friends, Felicia, who I do my podcast Over Her in the Pantry with, and my other best friend, Ricky the fuck Dillon. It really was so fun. Taylor blew my wig off. I'll even go as far as to say Shawn Mendes really did what he needed to do. And we're going to talk about Shawn Mendes a little bit later on in the show today. So hold on to your guitars and hold on to your feet, right? Because he was kissing Camila's feet the other day, right? We didn't talk about it, but I definitely saw it with the good eye. But I see y'all crystal balls, green hearts. I see my good sis Bam, Miss Mika Black. Shout out to all my peeps out there in Nebraska. Everyone show Mika some love. Mika, I think you had a surgery recently. You doing all right, Mika? Sending my love and light out there to you. As always, I love Mika. We love Mika in this house. Brandy is saying no notification, but I knew you would be here. Now listen, Brandy, let's explain. So this series that I'm doing here on my channel Monday through Friday is different from a lot of the content I do on my channel. So there is definitely going to be a chance that if I don't put Justin, Selena, Ariana, any of our normal, usual faves that we talk about, you probably won't get the notification because there's a chance that that might be the content that you're always consuming. So like Brandy, just come right on here to the channel at around 9 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. There's going to be some sort of kiki for you guys here. So whether it pops up on your phone or it don't, meet me right here and you'll never be late. Bam! 901 Erica said, I have literally set an alarm. Y'all know how YouTube is. YouTube is trying to stifle the boys and girls of the world, especially an OG like me that's had my channel forever. So they don't push out all the notifications. And sometimes, you guys, the notifications come out like days later. I've been with my boyfriend and he's got a notification for the show like a day and a half later. So apologies. That's why I try to keep things rather consistent and keep you guys in the loop about when the Kiki is going down. But let's get into it, y'all. Are y'all ready? Let me know if y'all ready in the chat. Tell me in the chat if y'all ready. While we get it on together today. Now, hold on, let me get my celebratory sip. If you're drinking anything, whether alcoholic or not, whether you're just getting your day started, maybe you're in the car on the way to work, maybe you're on the way to run your errands, thank you for hanging out with me. And if you got something to sip on, like I got coffee, go ahead and take your sip. Oh, yeah. And it's almost Friday too, y'all. Bam, let's get into it. Now, it's been kind of a long time since we've seen, well, not a long time. It's been kind of a minute since we've seen Loughlin out there in public, but she's emerged. Loughlin has emerged, and it seems as though she's doing some good in the world. How exciting, how exciting. Let's, clap for the heavyweight champ, not Lori, but we'll certainly give her a splattering of applause. Lori Loughlin was actually spotted out carrying groceries while she was volunteering with this organization called Project Angel Food in LA, which is pretty popular. This organization prepares and delivers food to those impacted by life-threatening illnesses. Look at her, y'all. She's chic too. She said, bitch, I might have scammed y'all asses, but I'm gonna do some good and I'm gonna put this comfy looking sweater on and go on ahead and do it. It makes sense that Lori is doing this, right? There are some people that feel like, oh, well, Lori's just doing this out of the goodness of her heart, or look at Lori giving back to the hungry. Y'all, it ain't even all of that. It makes sense that Lori is sort of participating in this as a volunteer because it's probably part of the 100 hours of community service that she has to complete because of how she tried to scam. Now, in case you forgot, last May, her and her husband Massimo both pleaded guilty to paying $500,000 in bribes to get their daughters, Olivia Jade and Isabella, admitted to USC as crew team recruits, even though neither young lady played the sport. And just an update for you guys, Massimo is still in prison and he must complete 200 hours of community service and pay a $250,000 fine. What y'all think about that? I'm still feeling as though I don't want to see Lori Loughlin. I believe in forgiveness, and forgiveness is definitely different for each individual person out there, right? There are some people that are like, I'm holding a grudge. I don't feel like dealing with you until I feel like dealing with you. And I definitely sometimes fall under that category. How do you guys feel? I'm glad that Lori has shown up to do her community service, but it makes me wonder, and I don't know, maybe you guys know. It makes me wonder, does Lori do this anyway? Does she give back anyway? Does she donate anyway? Would she be doing this if she didn't have to? And that's the question I have. Do you want to see Lori Loughlin in a movie anytime soon, you guys? I don't. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Let me see what y'all talking about. Amanda is saying, I don't think she's sorry. I think she's sorry that she got caught. And that's how I feel. I just feel like, girl, you're lucky she got barely a slap on the wrist. I'm telling you guys, if that was me, I'd be locked up 3-4 years. Might be locked up 11 years. You just never know. But because she's Lori Loughlin, because she's Aunt Becky, the beloved, on Full House, she's sort of able to, she's able to bounce back, if you know what I mean. Now, I see y'all. Y'all a mess. Patricia is saying, did she call the Paps? I don't know. Loa is saying, we would have seen pictures of her giving back before this. And you're absolutely right. I do want to put this out there, y'all, because I do try to be fair-ish, right? So when Nicki Minaj gives back, when she gives back to her fans for like college tuition and stuff, people sort of acted like this was the first time Nicki Minaj had ever given back. And it turns out that Nicki Minaj is the kind of person that does a lot of her community service not publicly. It turns out that I think it was Catherine Zeta-Jones was interviewed once, and she said that she'd met Nicki at like a fundraiser or something where she was giving back. And had Catherine Zeta-Jones not told us, we would have never known. So do you guys think that it's possible that Lori may have been giving back and we just didn't know? And even if that is true, I still wonder if she called the paparazzi on herself for the good PR. What y'all think? Aunt Becky. What y'all saying in this chat? What y'all getting at? Wendy's saying, I feel like at this point, just live off the Full House money and take care of them girls since they said they can't be left alone. Now, Wendy, you hit it right on the head. I think if I were Lori Loughlin, I would be so embarrassed that I'd be in the house. I'm sure she still has like some of that good Full House money where she could downsize her home. Let's keep it real, y'all. They're rich. They could downsize their home and let that money run with it. And then y'all know I feel like Olivia Jade should wait like 5 or so years and then put out like a book, like a tell-all book or a book about what she's learned in the past 5 years. If you guys remember, I wish I had the clip so I could play for y'all that won't know. If you guys remember Alexis Nyers on that show, Pretty Wild on E, she sort of went through, well, she was stealing, y'all. She was thieving. She was stealing from the celebrities, girl. Shout out to the bling ring. And the show was wild, but she took time off. I think she went to like rehab and stuff and got her life together. And now she's back and she does like these interviews where she is telling her story and trying to get people to turn their lives around. Very, very interesting. I think that Lori Loughlin, Olivia Jade, the whole family should do that. Because right now, to be honest, I would be interested in seeing what Alexis Nyers is up to today. And maybe, not saying that we would be on board, but maybe a decade, 7, 8 years from now, Olivia Jade could get a reality show, y'all think? How you think? Do you think in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, y'all would be like, all right, Olivia Jade, let's see what's going on now? I don't know. I don't think I would watch, but I think I would be like, I knew that was part of the plan. What y'all think? Patricia is saying, if it were me, I'd be in disguise doing the required community service hours. You would not be able to recognize me. Same. Absolutely same. I think that I would be trying to keep it low key a little bit, but it seems like she's like, look, this is the groceries. I'm doing something good. I don't know, y'all. Something in the buttermilk ain't all the way clean. It's giving me clouded. But someone that doesn't really have to worry about community service right now and is actually rising every single time we speak about her is, drum roll please, Megan Thee Stallion. And you guys know I love some Megan Thee Stallion. So we've got some news, some updates with her. Shout out to Miss Meg. Megan Thee Stallion actually has like a brand partnership. She's like one of the faces of Calvin Klein right now, which I think is absolutely cool. She says, a hottie in my hashtag, my Calvins, the hot girl for Calvin Klein, spring 2021. I thought that this was super dope. I love to see, me personally speaking for myself, I love to see Black women modeling, doing their thing, shining, standing tall. Look how good she looks, y'all. She just looks healthy, moisturized, ready, bag collected, booty tooched. Now she's missing a little neck, but she doesn't need it, right? Because she's got all the length in the legs. Sorry, y'all. I love me some Megan Thee Stallion. A lot, actually. I think sometimes I don't realize how much I enjoy Megan Thee Stallion as a person. You know what I mean? I want to see her rise. I want to see her continue to do more things. And I think that this is only the start. What y'all think? Carolyn is saying she looks good. Alina is saying absolutely love Megan. Absolutely the same. Corinna is saying happy for Megan. Fit and trim. Yes, she's actually looking pretty smashing, if I do say so myself. But the fun did not end there, you guys. So part of this huge campaign was the fact that they got these billboards like put up all over the place in LA, in New York City, etc. And Megan lived for herself, y'all. She is literally so happy, and I feel like if I were in anything at all, whether it be a Calvin Klein ad, girl, some Lands End winter jackets or what have you, Tim's, whoever want to sponsor y'all, I would be taking a picture just like this. She says, I'll be back. I'm about to go crazy. Tag my Calvins. Woo! You know what? If you guys have the cowboy emoji on y'all keyboards, put some cowboy emojis in the chat for our hot girl, Megan Thee Stallion. That's not all, though. That ain't even it. Megan also collaborated with Maroon 5 for a moment of musical diversity on the crossover pop Beautiful Mistakes. Now, let's talk about that for a second, you guys. I do definitely feel as though Maroon 5 is still a popular band. But I did notice the fact that Maroon 5 does like to call on hip hop or Black artists to sort of get them that radio hit. Think about, what's that song? The Cardi song, Girls Like You. They had Kendrick Lamar on another song, and I actually did like that song. And now here we go with Megan Thee Stallion on this song. Interesting. Just want to put that out there. Patterns do exist. But when it comes to the actual product, the actual song, the song is great. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a hater. I love Megan Thee Stallion. I like Maroon 5. But I was a little bit like, what is this going to sound like? Is this going to sound hodgepodgey? You know, you guys, when you hear like a guest feature, it very much sometimes can give, we called so-and-so at the last minute and we eliminated the bridge, and girl, just post your verse like in this spot right here. And it's like a 10-second verse. This did not feel like that at all. This felt way more organic than other features that Megan has done. I love 3435, the original. The remix was good, but for me, Megan didn't really shine on that the way that I'm used to seeing her shine. So to have her bounce back with Maroon 5 and for it to be an undeniable hit to me, I felt good about it. What did you guys think? Wesley is saying Megan is the best thing about this song, and that's that on that. Wesley, you ain't never lied. Moody Noob is saying patterns do exist. Y'all, listen. People lie. I feel like sometimes pets lie, but the numbers don't. The numbers don't. And I'm sure the data shows that when Maroon 5 does collaborate with a hip hop or a Black artist, the numbers do. Because hip hop is popular right now. Cass is saying, thank you for the Kiki on the daily now. Thank you, Cass. Thank you for anyone and everyone that supports my channel. If you guys are new, I don't work at my old job as of 1 week today. So I'm just doing this on my own, just doing it for basically at this point, the fun of it. And just because I didn't want you guys to sort of just like not have a place to go for the tea, you know? So I appreciate you guys for being here with me. Moody Noob is saying, I smell no lies. Patricia Casey is saying, speaking of the numbers, 105 in the chat. Don't hate me. It's my job. Patricia, keep letting us know how many people are here. Shout out to all 105 of you. Hey, let's get into something else. What's going on here today? Bam. Now, you guys know, as always, I love Real Housewives. So we got a little bit of Real Housewives news today. It won't be every day, but when there's something that's really interesting to me, I want to tell you guys all about it. So if you guys are new, Lisa Vanderpump, in my opinion, was kind of the main star of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She's rich, she's extravagant, she's got an amazing husband. Shout out to the good sis Ken. And she's sort of like a restaurateur. Like she has Pump down in West Hollywood, Villa Blanca, and somewhere else. She got some restaurants, y'all, and that's what she's known for, that and being on the show. To make a very long story short, Lisa Vanderpump said, girl, I'm done with Real Housewives. I need to go and do my own thing. Now, I am aware of the Vanderpump sort of dog show. Lisa is a big animals advocate, specifically for the dogs, and I love that for her. But she's coming out with this new show that I think you guys would enjoy. So let's talk about it, right? So Lisa Vanderpump actually may be done with the Housewives, but that doesn't mean that she is actually finished showing us the finer things in life. So the super tease for her new series, Overserved with Lisa Vanderpump, it shows Lisa welcoming some of her famous celebrity friends inside of her huge, massive home for a bougie dinner party filled with homemade drinks, interesting and revealing conversations, and fun. Now, some of those conversations include how the Real host Lonnie Love reflects on meeting Barack Obama, and Mario Lopez tells the table about an embarrassing story about how his daughter walked in on him in the boudoir. And even Flipping Out star Jeff Lewis, y'all know Jeff Lewis on Bravo, y'all. He actually admitted that he kissed Andy Cohen. Now, that's some good mess that I want to hear all about. Now, that's how I'm gonna hook y'all. Y'all gotta watch this one, right? Because it's gonna have Gabriel Iglesias, Iggy Azalea, Jaleel White, who played Urkel on Family Matters, Jeannie Mai, in case you watched The Real, Joel McHale, Lance Bass. First of all, hang on. Let's get into it. We're not really gonna get into it, but I love Lance Bass. I love NSYNC. Bye, 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 bye. When I saw Lance Bass, I said, okay, that's an instant. We're going to be watching that. There's also going to be Steve-O, Dr. Terry Dubrow, and Tori Spelling, actually, as well. So I've got just a quick clip of the show just to sort of get your mind percolating on whether you might want to check this out. I know I'm going to watch. I'm about it. So on 3, let's hit it, Lisa. 1, 2, 3.
Come join my friends and me where they'll be overserved. But shh, that's our little secret.
What?
Our little secret, bitch. I'm into it. I'm all about it. I think that it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't show y'all the whole thing or else E will snatch my wig. But that was just a little teaspoon. You know, I'm about it. Interesting. Brandy is saying Tori Spelling. Now that I want to see. Alina is saying, I miss Vanderpump Rules. Ooh, I haven't really gotten into Vanderpump Rules, but I do know that a lot of people enjoy it. Patricia is saying, will it be on Bravo too? And will the Swans be there? Lisa is done with Bravo, the network, right now. So this one is going to be on E. But I believe the dog show will be on Peacock, which I think you'll be able to access if you have like a Bravo something account, if you like pay for cable or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But check Peacock when that show is released. And maybe I'll make sure to keep that in the script and keep you guys updated in case y'all some dog people. Amanda's saying that sounds interesting. And I'm very interested. Even if you're not a fan of Lisa Vanderpump, just look at it as like the bougiest woman you've never met, giving you access and letting celebrity friends feel comfortable in a situation that they might not feel comfortable otherwise, so that she could get the good tea. That's how I look at it as. So I'm very, very, very excited. Loa is saying, I sat at a table 15 feet from Lisa, Ken, Pandy, and her husband and 2 business partners. It was amazing. We were at Sir, which I think they just closed. I liked Pump the best. Y'all, let me tell y'all about Pump really quick, and then we'll move on, because y'all know I love to tell y'all about me. You guys, once upon a time, there was a boy named Courtney, and that young boy really wanted to be on Big Brother, okay? So he auditioned for Big Brother down in West Hollywood with his good sis, Kylie, no Jenner. I actually have a friend named Kylie. It was a great day. We had an awesome time. And after, we decided, because the Abbey, which is actually right next door to Pump, Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant, I said, let's go to the Abbey. My good friend Mike from Loughlin Beach Club works there. Let's have a little mimosa moment. And then after that, we'll go home. Y'all, I was feeling so good after that Big Brother audition. I went and got turned up at the Abbey, had too many mimosas on an empty stomach, and wound up throwing up outside of Pump. But shout out to Lisa. That is literally an irrelevant story, but please beware of mimosas. Don't drink on an empty stomach. And Toni Braxton sings The Box, because that was the last thing I remember singing at the top of my lungs at the bar before I left. Much like Wendy Williams, y'all, I've lived. But I'm about it. I'm ready to check out Lisa Vanderpump and see what else is going on with her in this show. Maybe there'll be some guests that we don't know yet. Interesting. But anyway, you guys, if you're a believer and you're in the house, we've got some news for you. So go on ahead and put some, I don't know what the believer emoji is here on this channel. Believers, if you're here, choose an emoji and put it in the chat. Let's talk about Justin. Justin, you just can't go nowhere, girl, and stay out of the drama. And it's not even really your fault. You were just born, honestly. So Justin and Hailey actually are back at the States. They returned from Paris recently, where Justin celebrated his birthday, which I thought was different and cool, to be honest. But there seems to be, oh, there's Justin and Hailey. They look good, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Hailey is looking a little baby foodish with the color, but I get the monochromatic theme, right? I get it. I understand it. I'm trying to be on the same page, right? So Justin was actually in Paris because he was celebrating his birthday, like I said, but he was also filming a new music video on top of a Parisian hotel rooftop. Now, one thing that stood out to me, because there is a video, I'm not going to show y'all the video because honestly, it's irrelevant. Just know that in this video, Justin is on the rooftop. He's going off. It appears as though the band is really like lively and they are just like having the time of their life, right? Which gets me excited because it makes me feel like Justin is not about to put out no sad, boo-hoo, I love my wife music. This is him at the video shoot also, by the way. Bam! He's got his little pink beanie on. He got his little khaki little shirt on. Okay, I'm not mad at the Timmy Turner vibes, right? I'm not mad at all. This gets me a little bit excited for what is to come, if we're being honest. But the drama occurred when the police had to be called. Y'all know the Beliebers will always have Bieber fever. And once one person found out that Justin was on the top of this rooftop shooting this music video, they called all their homegirls, and all of them swarmed outside of this hotel, y'all. It really was a mess. This is a small picture I'm gonna have. Hang on, y'all. Let me see. You'll see that all these people outside, and we are in the middle of a Pandora's box. What is wrong with y'all? They just had to see Justin, y'all. So the police was called to sort of help scatter and disperse the crowd. What I want to know from you guys is, what do you think the Beliebers was trying to see? Like, it's just Justin up there filming a music video. Y'all gonna see the music video when it come out. I just don't understand why you would put your health at risk to see Justin. Mr. Makeshift is wondering, is it good, like an EDM number? Honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm seeing some drums. I'm seeing some guitars. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what it's actually going to sound like, but I am a little bit curious. I feel like it's going to be upbeat. I hope it is. I don't know. Brittany is saying they be wanting Justin, and she don't get it either. I don't get it. And also, you guys, like, God forbid, you would never want a situation where you're outside waiting for your fave to escalate. You know what I mean? Where the police are being rough. I don't know how things are over there in Paris. Never been there. But you just never know. You never know how the police are going to react, especially if they feel like a situation is escalating and it's not safe. I don't know. Bella is asking, is this his version of the Beatles rooftop concert? Now, Bella, you know Justin, he believes he's as iconic as the Beatles, girl. You never know. We're going to have to see. What's Mr. Makeshift talking about? Mr. Makeshift said, it's Europe. They don't play by the rules. Ooh, well, let me know, Mr. Makeshift. I ain't never been out there. Europeans, let me know how it is out there. But I will say this. Justin did put up the premiere for a new song. So I am curious to see what that looks like and what this era is going to be giving. Are you excited? Brittany is saying, what you saying, Brittany? Brittany's saying, I've heard that Europe is opening back up. I've heard the same thing, Brittany. I've heard on June 21st, the restrictions are, I'm not sure if they're eliminated or they're lightening up heavily. But I'm like, ooh, is it safe there, y'all? I don't know too much about what the numbers are like out there, but I just want everyone to stay safe. You know, some of the best people got some good British accents. So, shout out to everyone that has just joined us today. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe, ring the notification bell so that you don't miss when I go live. Even if YouTube don't send them notifications, ring that bell anyway, just in case. And meet me back here every day at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hey. Corinna is saying Hailey needs a good tailor. Shaking my head. Mr. Makeshift is saying, so is America. For what reason, though? Mr. Makeshift, we won't even get into Texas right now. Shout out to Texas, y'all. But we just don't. I don't even have the brain power to even try to compute what is going on over there in Texas. I don't know if I need to call Sandy Cheeks. I don't know. IDK. But thankfully, I'm in LA where I can just stay in the house. Yes, God. Now, here's a question I know y'all can't answer, but I'm going to ask y'all anyway. Why can't DaBaby keep his hands to himself? That's the question I really need to know. I really require the knowledge, the answer. Why can't DaBaby keep his hands to himself? Let's put him up on the screen, y'all. We got to get him up here in 4K. Not even really 4K. Shout out to my camera. Bam. Hi, DaBaby. This is what frustrates me. Good looking man. The music is all right. A little repetitive at times. But you know, he's providing for his daughter. Like, it frustrates me when he's in a bad situation like this, because I feel like I have an idea of like what he's doing this for. And he just seems to be making poor decisions. But let's get into it. DaBaby is facing a lawsuit from a 64-year-old man who alleges he was beat, punched, spat on, threatened, shoved, and robbed after confronting DaBaby over a rental agreement. Girl, over some bricks, y'all. So the homeowner's name is Gary Pagar, and he claims that he rented the home to DaBaby for a private vacation. Now, y'all, keep that in mind. Private vacation. That would be like you're going away for a couple of days or a weekend or a day, and you go on Airbnb and you say, okay, girl, we're going to rent this home, the whole entire space, for a day for vacation. One more time, y'all. For vacation. Also, under this agreement, DaBaby was able to have 9 friends. This is what the homeowner was aware of. And the cost of this rental was $43,706. Now, Gary Pagar is saying that DaBaby violated the terms by shooting a whole ass music video at the house, which included over 40 people. Now, I don't know about y'all, but 40 and 9 don't sound like the same number. It just don't. So I don't know who was in charge of the counting, but they need to be fired immediately. Now, Gary Pagar is saying that DaBaby sucker punched him and knocked out his tooth. He out here looking like Courtney. Knocked out his tooth when the camera stopped rolling. And just for clarity, because I know y'all was going to be like, well, what cameras you talking about? What cameras was rolling, bitch? Now, I'm going to show y'all just a clip. When I show y'all this clip, this is the information now. This is not DaBaby. What you're about to see is not DaBaby. You're about to see someone from his entourage get physical with Gary Pagar, the homeowner. Check this out. Guys think, because I'm a little bit lost. And we don't have the video of DaBaby actually hitting the man. We just have the video of the entourage in that kind of scuffle moment. And then it's alleged that once DaBaby punched him out, Mr. Pagar called the police. And once the police was called, DaBaby and all 40 of his guys and dolls blew it from the scene. They left. Now, what y'all think about that? What y'all think? Brittany is saying, why do people get amped up like that? What's violence going to solve? Laura's saying, yikes, that's scary. Oh, y'all talking about y'all love the background. Y'all, sometimes the little thing lag. So we got click, click, click. Girl, I'm here, y'all. Just listen to the voice, y'all. Sometimes it's like a podcast. But what y'all think about that? I just think that it's unfortunate that DaBaby is always in something. He's always in something. You know what I mean, you guys? Why does the situation have to escalate to something like that? Why can't DaBaby say, you know what, I'm sorry, here's some extra money? That's the thing, right? The homeowner could have showed up. DaBaby could have said, girl, I'll double the money that I'm going to pay for this home, for the rental, what have you. And then I think everything would have been Gucci. Everything would have been copacetic. Everything would have been super kosher, but it was not. Instead, the situation escalated. I don't know if people were drinking. You know what I mean? There could have been so many factors going on in that situation that took it to that level. Things just shouldn't get to that level. Not over filming a rap video. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's just not that deep to me. But for some people, it is. Apparently, for DaBaby, he wanted to hit somebody. Oh, hello, buns glazing. DaBaby shaking my head. I agree. I forgot that I'm actually streaming on Twitch today. Good morning, Twitchers. Angel P is saying DaBaby is violent. He did slap that girl, didn't he? Emily is saying, oh, hell no. And Emily, that's exactly how I felt when I read it. And Caroline is saying this, and this is the thing that came first in my mind, was it's mean. An old man, poor him, respect your elders. Okay, here's another point of view. Let me know what y'all think about this one. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to Emma. Emma is saying the guy should have called the police prior to confronting the group. What do y'all think about that? I think that maybe, Emma, this could have been the thought process. And let me know if y'all agree. Emma, maybe Mr. Pagar felt like, if I just immediately call the police and have them come here, who knows what the end result of that could have been in terms of violence. Here in America, we know that there's been a lot of violence towards all people, but specifically Black people. And maybe Mr. Pagar didn't want to prompt that kind of situation, because that's immediately escalating the situation. But then, Emma, at the same time, I know he feels like today he probably should have did that, right? Because look, he done got the punched in the face, tooth knocked out, robbed, spat on, everything else. That sounds like you walking alone in West Hollywood, sir. And Christina, and I agree. Christina is saying he probably didn't want to involve the police unless necessary. I agree. I just feel like, why did it have to get to this? Brittany is saying accountability. You had an agreement. You didn't hold up on your end. And now you're going to result to violence when you disrespected that man's house and him? Boy, bye. Shoot your video at your place. And I agree with that as well. Why didn't they just I was going to say just rent a place, but they tried to do that. But just rent your own place. You know what I mean? You just pay for the whole thing for the day, 3 days, what have you, and then give that shit back. I don't understand why it needs to get to this. I will say this. Eventually, you guys, all of this stuff is going to catch up with DaBaby. There's going to be one time that DaBaby slaps somebody upside the head, y'all, and his ass is going to be clink, clink. They're going to slam the cell door on his ass. And that will be unfortunate, but something that I try to have everyone around me remember is this. Everybody has a choice. Everybody's got a choice, y'all. And sometimes the boys and girls of the world, they don't make the right ones. Now, how about that? Now, who here likes Miley Cyrus? If you like some Miley Cyrus, can you go on ahead and put some guitar emojis in the chat? Let me know how y'all feeling about Smiley Miss Miley over here on my channel, because I like Miley Cyrus. I don't agree with everything she does, but I do enjoy the bops when they're good. Now, did y'all know? And I know some of y'all do. Let's sit real quick before we get into it. Did y'all know who was almost on Prisoner? Prisoner, prisoner, locked up, can't get you off my mind, off my mind. Bitch, Shawn Mendes was almost on Miley Cyrus's Prisoner. Now, where was they going with that? Where was Miss Miley going about to put somebody, Shawn Mendes, on this particular song? Out of all the songs on her album, she decided that she was going to almost put Shawn Mendes on Prisoner. And you know what? To throw it back to my good sis over on the Disney Channel, Hannah Montana, girl, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. And thankfully, Miley was able to fix this before we were able to hear it. So basically, Pop Crave, which is a very popular Twitter account, they tweeted out that a leaked demo of Prisoner had resurfaced and Shawn Mendes was on the demo. I'm going to play the demo for you guys, and I want to know what you think. Do you prefer Dua Lipa, Dua Peep on Prisoner, or do you prefer Shawn Mendes? Let me know what you think. When it plays. Should it play? Should it play? Should it play? Should it play? Hey, should it play? Where Shawn, where you at, bitch? Y'all, Shawn ain't working today. Shawn said, I'm good. So anyway, y'all, I'm just going to tell you right now, it was not good. It was not good at all. I really do have a lot of respect for Miley Cyrus for trying to do something different. But that was not the right spice for that recipe, if you will. Have you guys heard the demo? And if you have, let me know. Amanda is sending a super sticker. Good morning. Hello to my good sis, Amanda. Hello. And as always, Amanda is reminding you guys to also like the video, get into it, subscribe, join the Rebels of the Revolution. Here in the Revolution Detective Agency, we would love to have you. Yo, let me try to play this one more time because I really wanted y'all to hear that. Bitch. Shawn said, bitch, we're good. It clearly is a sign. It's a sign from God that says, bitch, don't terrorize these people today. Because Shawn's voice was very much sounding strained. It very much was giving me male cat yowling in the alley. And yeah, that's my review. If you guys have Twitter, go on Pop Crave, hear it, y'all, and roll your eyes with me. Hear that. Okay, you guys, I see y'all in the chat laughing because this shit is not working. It's a live show. Okay, now, let's get into someone I've never talked about on my channel, which is fun. Mariah Carey, y'all. What the hell is going on with Mariah Carey? Y'all like Mariah Carey? If y'all don't, we talking about her anyway. Mariah Carey ass is getting sued. What is going on with Mariah? Let's talk about it. This is Mariah Carey's brother Morgan, right? And he is suing her ass. According to new court documents via Variety, Morgan is going after Mariah for defamation and the intentional infliction of emotional distress as a result of her memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey. Now, I'm going to go on ahead and kind of try to break this down. So Morgan brings this action more in sorrow and disappointment in his sister's betrayals and malicious falsehoods than in anger at them. Okay. This is what the suit reads. He is by no means envious of his sister's enormous artistic and personal success, has enjoyed his own successes, both professional and personal, and has always wished her well. Now, the lawsuit is also claiming that some passages in the book are false, according to Morgan. Now, this is what he claims he has been suffering with, y'all. This is what he claims, right? He claims he has suffered extreme mental anguish, outrage, severe anxiety about his future and his ability to support himself and his family, harm to his reputation and his earning capacity, embarrassment among his friends and associates, disruption of his personal life, and loss of enjoyment of the ordinary pleasures of everyday life. Y'all, if that doesn't sound like give me the loot, I don't know what does at this point. That is very much telling me that he's trying to win this case. Just in case you're unaware, maybe you haven't read Mariah Carey's book. I haven't just yet, but all of my friends have read it and they very much are like, Courtney, you have to read this book ASAP, especially last fall. They were like, bitch, you need to get into this. But this is like just a short passage in the book, right? To sort of give you an idea of how Mariah describes Morgan, right? She says, I never felt safe. I never was safe. His rage was unpredictable. I never knew when it would come or who or what it would devour. Now, this article is also noting that Morgan isn't after money at all and instead says he's suing to undo damages through judicial determination. Now, y'all, I'm going to ask y'all, how the hell do you repair a relationship once you go on ahead and sue somebody? Like, are you still going to be cool with your family once they go on ahead and sue your ass? Please let me know. I want to know. Please tell me. Because I know I'm not with it at all. Period. Oh my God. What are y'all saying in the chat? Annie is saying he's weak. Mr. Makeshift says it's a cash grab part 2 because the sister did it too against Mimi, and I read that. Patricia is saying, ouch, is he going to donate the money? I don't know. Amber is saying, I love Mariah. If you're part of the Lambly, go on ahead and make your voice known. Make your voice be heard, and we'll throw some more Mariah Carey stuff in the script. I like Mariah Carey. I think that she is an icon and a legend. I don't always agree with her actions. Let's not flash back to American Idol. But I can respect and recognize the fact that she is a legend. She is an icon. Her vocals are just unmatched. And shout out to her. I enjoy her diva, like, sort of thing about her. Amanda is saying he needs money. Brittany is saying, I think suing your family members kind of just ruins the whole relationship, to be honest. I would not be able to come back from suing. I agree. If any of my family try to sue me, 1, you're not getting a dime out of me because I'm poor AF. Number 2, don't call me, don't text me at the family reunion. You might get slapped up, period. You certainly ain't about to sue me with my little bit of coins and doubloons I've got. I don't know. April Showers is saying, this is insane. If he was fam, he would jump straight to lawsuit. OMG. I don't know. And Shabria is coming with the truth. Sometimes family is more toxic than strangers. And you know what? That's absolutely the truth. Is blood thicker than water, you guys? You tell me. You tell me. But I want to talk about the Kardashians, but I don't really like a lot of the drama. If it's like a huge dramatic update, obviously we'll get into it, but I kind of like the fun, like, kind of stupid stories. So I want to talk about Northwest Bearded Lizard, period. Can I show y'all Northwest Lizard real quick, y'all? Because I think that this is literally the coolest thing ever. My mother was not going to get me what is it, bearded dragon, bearded lizard? I think it's a bearded dragon, y'all. Can I show y'all, before I show y'all this, off the rip, if you have kids, and even if you don't, are you buying your child a bearded dragon? Yes or no? Just let me know in the chat, and then let me show you Northwest living her best life. Bam. Can we get into Northwest? If you're going to be part of the Kardashian clan, you have to stay fly, even if you a dragon. Now, Kim recently took to Twitter to introduce all of the fans to the newest member of their family. And this is Northwest's bearded dragon named Speed. Kim says, I really wasn't planning on liking Speed the way I do, but she grew on me. Speed was really my BFF Allison's, and we babysat for a week, and she never left, and it's been months. My favorite thing about this, you guys, is the fact that Northwest don't only just have a bearded dragon. She got a bearded dragon that has the matching Skims outfit on. Like, y'all see the matching Skims outfit? They are literally Tia and Tamara, a girl and her dragon. I thought it was cute. I thought it was adorable. Where you or I may have grown up with like a cat or a dog, or a gerbil, guinea pig, what have you, bird. Shout out to the bird people out there. Northwest said, you know what, bitch, give me the grandpa dragon and I'm good, mom. And I think that that is sick. I want to ask y'all, first of all, hold on. I want to say shout out. Hang on, I got all these super chats. I want to shout y'all out. Hold on. My chicks be moving. Amanda sent a super chat. Josephina says, I love you, rebels. Shout out to you, Josephina. And we love you too. And then we've got Hero saying, sorry, I am late. Just got the COVID vaccine and feeling like death, but had support. My good sis. Shout out to your good sis. And Hero, you stay healthy, you stay safe, and get lots of rest. Okay. And don't forget to follow up with that second dose. I want to ask you guys, what was your dream pet as a kid? And if you were able to get that dream pet, what would y'all wear together? What would be y'all matching outfit? Let's be a little imaginative. I think if I could have had the pet that I wanted, I think that I probably would have wanted, and don't judge me, y'all. This is the judge-free zone, except it's not because we judge everybody here. I really wanted a pet panda bear. Panda bears are my favorite animals. Eventually, when this platform grows big enough, girl, we're going to be fundraising to save the damn pandas and the homeless gays out here in LA. Those are like my two big things that I think about at night is how are we going to save the pandas and how are we going to save the LGBTQ homeless youth out here? Because y'all, they are out there all up on the sidewalk. But that's another conversation for another day. I think I would want my pet panda to wear matching overalls. Imagine you had some overalls on and your panda had some overalls on too. I don't know. That's dumb, I know, but I was a kid. I think that that's what I would have wanted. Amber is saying, just showing support to my internet homosexual. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. And I am your homosexual. Do y'all like that? Is that offensive? I don't think it's offensive. I love it. And I want to show some love to Talia. Hi, Talia. Whether it's morning, noon, or night, thank you for showing love, and I love you as well. I'm so glad that this chat shows me the super chats up top now. Yes. Whew. I love it. Amanda is saying, I wanted a unicorn. I just knew they were real no matter what I was told, and I wanted our hair different colors. Woo! And we're saying, sorry, not sorry, loving and living for this new platform. Thank you guys so much. I work really hard. I literally start doing this show at like 8 o'clock the night before, and then I work until I'm finished and then get up and then finish it some more. So I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. Christina is saying, I wanted a baby tiger so bad. Ugh, imagine baby tiger in like a tutu. Not a good idea. April Showers is saying, dream pet, a giraffe. I was small and still am and needed a big friend. Kayla is saying, I wanted a horse or a rainforest cafe fish tank. Girl! Now, Kayla! One of the best days of my life I had, y'all, and then we're going to move on to the next story, I swear to God. One of my favorite days ever was when my grandfather took me and my mom to the Rainforest Cafe, and it was the first time I'd ever gone. If you guys haven't been to the Rainforest Cafe, y'all need to go. It's just like big and lush. It's an experience. I love it. So shout out to the Rainforest Cafe, y'all. Damn, you just like unlocked a memory in my brain by saying that. But let's get into something else that I want to discuss with you guys. It's more of like an update because I felt like you guys were really into this story, and so I wanted to keep following it for you guys. It's not looking good, you guys, for T.I. and Tiny. Can we talk about it? Let's talk about it. Let's get them up on the 4K screen. Let's do it. We got to get them up on the Courtney cam, and that's on period. What is going on with T.I. and Tiny, you guys? It's a lot. T.I. and Tiny, their lawyer allegedly tried to make some sort of deal. Now, the lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, who is the lawyer that's speaking out on behalf of the 11 accusers who have come forward with the sexual assault allegations against T.I. and Tiny, he is saying that although the musicians can't offer to make a deal with his clients, he doesn't plan to stop pushing for an investigation until the stars hold themselves accountable. That is telling. Now, there was a press interview, and this attorney talked about how T.I. and Tiny's lawyer allegedly presented him with the possibility of a deal. Now, the details of this arrangement, they weren't really specified. We don't have the details just yet. We'll probably get that after everything is all said and done. But Blackburn said he wouldn't be accepting anything less than T.I. and Tiny owning up to their alleged criminalities. Woo! Hold on, y'all. We almost done. Hold on to this one. This is the kicker right here. This is the quote that Tyrone gave. Steve Sato, which is T.I. and Tiny's representation, lawyers, Steve Sato reached out to me looking to make a deal on behalf of T.I. and Tiny. And I told Steve my clients want justice. So if the deal involves T.I. and Tiny turning themselves in and admitting to the crimes they have committed, then fine, we got a deal. But if it does not, then I would prefer the investigators do that work to bring criminal charges against T.I. and Tiny for what they've done throughout the years. Now, Tyrone is asking both state and federal courts to do a criminal investigation of the allegations. Now, y'all. Y'all already know that something in the buttermilk is not clean. You already know things are gonna look worse if it gets out there that you was trying to make a deal. You're out there trying to make a deal, but you allegedly did not do anything. So to that, Rebels of the Revolution, I ask the question, what's tea? What's going on, T.I. and Tiny? What's good? What's good, y'all? Thank God I'm not a judge because they're sounding guilty. It's not looking good, you guys. Let's play a game. Real quick game. Do you think T.I. and Tiny are guilty? In the chat, say guilty or not guilty. Guilty or not guilty. And then I'll reveal how I feel, and then we'll go right on ahead and move on. Kat Elena is saying this is gross, and I agree. I definitely agree. The truth will come out one way or the other. That's what Universe Unicorn is saying. I don't know. Brandy is saying, to be honest, I don't put anything past them. They live a wild life. Keisha is saying, if they are trying to settle already, that's telling. Guilty. All right, let's get into these comments. Bam, guilty. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the one corner, so they know they're guilty. I don't know. April is saying, do you think these are all girls who were willingly partying with them and things got carried out of hand and now as grown women, they regret? It does affect you making sick mistakes. What do you think about that, you guys? I think for me, if they were willing to go over there and they were all right with hanging out with T.I. and Tiny, whoever, backstage, at a hotel separately, whatever, what have you, that's fine. But if there was never a question asked, is this cool? If someone allegedly, speculation, not confirmation, is putting something in your drink and you don't know and you make that decision, and always, y'all, if there was a no in any sense of the word. I told you guys I've been watching I May Destroy You on HBO, and I think that assault and exploitation, huge umbrella, and so many things fall underneath it. You got to be careful. We ain't speaking about James Charles today, but you got to be careful. You got to get consent. You got to get ages, names, social security numbers, blood types. Let me meet your mama and get all the details right before you even take your phone and send your little, it's not looking good, y'all. It's like y'all are saying, if they are already trying to make a deal right out the gate, it's not sounding as though they are innocent. And these are the facts. And that's how I beat Shaq. Go on ahead and listen to that song by Aaron Carter. Patricia is saying lack of consent. No. Julia is saying we stand, I May Destroy You. I'm almost done. I think I've got like 2 episodes left. April Showers is saying my stomach is aching. I'm sorry, you guys. I know that this is like a tough subject, right? It is harsh. It's a lot. But with this story, I just want to remind you guys, speak out, speak up, so that it does not continue to happen. You know what I mean? And shout out to the survivors of this kind of abuse, of all kinds of abuse. We appreciate you. You're valued. We're thinking of you. And hopefully with a situation like this, the more we talk about it, which is why I'm talking about it today, justice can be served. I have faith in that. And Caroline is saying it's important to talk about it. Y'all, last thing I want is to ever go on Instagram or go on Twitter. Some of you guys follow me on Twitter. And y'all are on my timeline and I see y'all tweeting some happy shit about T.I. and Tiny, because then I'm going to be tight. I want y'all to have, if I know it, I want y'all to know it. So, yeah, Brandy's agreeing. It's a tough subject, yet we must speak about it. But you know what, y'all? Something that I know y'all want to talk about. We're going to need them crowns in the chat right TF now, please. Because we're going to get into Selena real quick. Let's talk about selfish love, please. Because y'all already know I got my whole entire life as I was wrapping up the show today. Selena and DJ Snake have just dropped their collab, Selfish Love. And you guys, I would say off of Revelation, this is probably my favorite song thus far. This song is upbeat. It's like a cross between upbeat and just a pinch mid-tempo. Selena sounds great. You guys, I know that you guys know I love Selena already, but there is something about the way I feel about this project that is giving me, and I feel like this is a dumb thing to say, it's giving me revolutionary vibes. I think that this will be one of Selena's projects that will go down in history as one of the best, because she's waited for so long to make this kind of record. And I feel like now that she has the space to do so, she's doing it unapologetically, she's confident. I'm here for it. I love it. I think that what really stood out to me also was just the brass. We don't hear enough saxophones in music. We just don't. Not enough. And I feel like she's just doing something different. I feel like this is a song I would listen to getting ready before the pregame, or like to start off a road trip with. That's the kind of feels that I get from this. So I'm just proud of her. I'm ready for the EP. I'm ready to go off. I'm ready to snap. And I've got some details for you guys. So hang on and get ready. Now, yesterday, I mentioned that I was thinking of doing a live stream where we listen to Revelation and maybe we'll chit chat. I'll drink wine and we'll just have like a fun kiki that like won't be re-uploaded. So if you miss it, you miss it. Your friends will tell you it was fun. This, that, and the third. And I finally decided that yes, we're going to do it. A lot of you guys were like, let's do it. So let me get the dates right. We are going to have Revelation with Revolution on Friday, March 12th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Shouldn't take that long, but we're going to hang out. We're going to let our hair down. We're going to have a good time. You guys know that I love to just have situations where we could just kiki freely and there's not like, this is a script. So I'm very excited to do that. Make sure that you're following me on social media so that you can get all of the updates for that. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Also check out my podcast with my best friend Felicia over in the pantry. New episode coming tomorrow, but we've got over 100 episodes that you can listen to before we even get into that. Probably the place on the internet where you will find me being the realist with my best friend. But I love you guys so much. Cannot wait to see you guys for Friday. And don't you forget that the world keeps spinning and so shall you. Bam. And yeah, I'll be seeing you. Mwah. Bye, you guys. And make sure that y'all got y'all mask on.